right, writers, are you ready?
Yes!
Okay. Yesterday, if you remember, we read Kevin Hinkey's Kitten's First Full Moon. And we read it to really understand the story. We went slowly and we thought about things while we were reading. And then I ended my journal with a question. Why did he pick black and white? None of his other books that we've read are in black and white. And then I thought, you know what? We've read a lot of other Kevin Hinkey's books. And we've never gone back to Kevin Hinkey's books with our writer's eyes. So today, I thought, while we already know the story in our heads, I thought maybe we could ask Mr. Hinkey's a question. I wondered if we could learn any craft tips from this book or maybe some of his other books that we're thinking of, so that maybe we can use some of his craft ideas in the books we're writing. So are you ready to put your writer's eyes on with me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put the cover up. I can't do that. All right. Let's go through first and just remember. Let's remember the story so we're not distracted by what's going on in the story. Remember, there was Kitten. And he saw his first full moon, but he was confused. What did he think the moon was? Dominique, do you remember? What was it?
A bowl of milk.
He thought it was a bowl of milk. Poor Kitten. So he went after that bowl of milk. So it's the story of this little kitten trying to get to that little bowl of milk. He tries and he tries and he tries and he tries. He still can't get it. Then he goes up the tree. And when he gets up the tree, he discovers another big bowl of milk. Is it really the bowl of milk?
No.
Poor kitten. She jumps in and gets all wet. But then he gets so sad for her, she goes back home, but someone loves her. There's a big bowl of real milk on the porch. Yes, Bob.
Maybe that was the house to the owner that owns that kitten.
I think that's a really safe entrance to make. I do, because kittens go back to their homes. You're right. Now he never told us that, but I think that makes sense. Dominique?
Maybe they put black and white because it was nighttime.
And we talked about that. Maybe they put black and white because the whole story takes place in one night. Would you agree that that was a craft decision he made?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
think? Okay, well, let's do this. Let's start a helping chart here, and let's say, hey, Mr. Hinkey's, what craft can we learn from you? Yeah, from you. All right, and the first thing we think is that he chose black and white illustrations. And I'm not going to write those words. I'm going to do this. Will you remember what that means? Black and white pictures. Black and white pictures. Now let's take another look. Let's take another look. Remember, we're not talking about what happens in the story. We're talking about how Mr. Hinkey's crafted this book. Now let's see if we can remember. We already noticed the black and white pictures. She closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked. But Kitten only ended up with a big bug on her tongue. Poor Kitten. Do you notice anything? Do you notice any decisions Kevin Hinkey's made on that page? She closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked. Katie, what do you notice?
He's trying to tell us that he's trying to get to the moon.
He is trying to tell us that. And I guess what you're saying, though, is that did he just say the kitten tried to get the moon? No, he really stretched that idea out. She closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked. So he's really putting a picture in her mind, isn't he? He's using strong words to do that. So let's say that one of the craft decisions he makes is using strong words. Even though he could have said, she tried to get the moon. But he chose more interesting words. What else? It is spilled milk, you're right. What else was he doing? You notice anything else on this page, Alexis?
He was trying to get the moon and he caught a fly.
Is it funny that a cat got a bug on the tongue?
No. Yeah.
Doesn't that make you go, silly cat? Can't you just see the cat go, pat, pat, pat? It's a little bit funny. You know what? We talked about that in this book, didn't we? That he had a message for us, but he made it a little bit funny. Authors use humor a lot of times. Humor, what do you think it is? Make an inference. They make their book funny. They use humor. What do you think humor is? Yeah, when something's funny, it's humorous. It's using humor. Take a look at how you spell that. Humor. Using humor is craft. Is there any author in here who put humor in one of their books that they wrote? Was there a time that you did something funny in one of your books? Micah, did you write something funny in one of your books?
I'm going to make one.
You're going to make a book and you're going to put something funny in it. You're going to use humor. Okay, well, let's keep going. Let's see. Oh, still, there was the little bowl of milk just waiting. You notice anything? Gabby?
The author made the cat think that the moon was a bowl of milk.
That's what this story's about. You're right, and that's an interesting. The author's picking an interesting topic, isn't he? Yes, you're right. Jada, what have you noticed? Oh. Do you agree, Atreyu? Does this book have a repeating phrase? Still, there was the little bowl of milk just waiting. Wait a second. Wait a second. Still, there was a little bowl of milk just waiting. Still, there was a little bowl of milk just waiting. So there is
A repeating
a repeating phrase. There's a repeating phrase. You know what? Can we talk about that then? Look at this page. Now look at this page. And this page. And this page. And then go back to that repeating phrase. Does it look
like the same.
not the same or different? Ellie, what do you notice?
On the repeating phrase pages, there are both white pages and on the other pages, one page is white and one page is black.
So both of these pages are white and all of the other pages are white and black.